Now it's time for Movie Friends with your hosts Michelle and Seth. We're talking film without pretension. We're finding cats that are unexpected. We'll watch a movie, film, or schmovie, and we want you to join our journey. So subscribe and share this podcast, or this might just be the last of the Movie Friends. We're movie friends. We want to be your movie friends.
Welcome to New Release Review, part of the Movie Friends podcast. My name is Seth. Today we are talking about Is God Is from 2026, directed by Aleshea Harris. Now, we will be discussing spoilers throughout this entire episode, so if you haven't seen Is God Is, I gotta tell you, you gotta go see it. You know, don't let us ruin it for you. My God, my Is God Is, and then you can come back, finish listening to this episode. All right. My guest for today, she is the returning guest of all returning guests, and I'm glad that finally she's here to talk about a movie that doesn't completely suck. Kazmo, how are you?
Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good to be here and talk about a movie I really like. So, yeah.
I was trying to remember before we hopped on. I was like, how many times has Cosmo been on the show? I feel like it's been like 10, you know?
Yeah.
We're approaching our 300th episode. I don't know
Yes,
if you know.
indeed. Yes, I know.
And I was like, I think Cosmo's been on like 100 of them. And then I was like, what movies have we done? And the only two I could remember was Madam Web, which, folks, I say all the time. It's one of my favorite episodes we've ever done because it's just two people. We recorded it at like midnight or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like two people trying to grapple with what we just experienced. And then most recently you were on for the movie that people just... What's the phenomenon when you experience something and then forget it immediately?
Oh, yeah. I don't know what it's called, but that's what...
I don't know what it's called, but the world has that. There is an epidemic out there, folks, and it is mercy forget fever.
Was that this year? Was that this year?
I thought mercy was like January, February.
Oh, wow. It feels like a lifetime ago. Feels like something that didn't happen to me.
Maybe we got wiped out by the mercy machine.
Yeah,
who knows?
Exactly. Yeah.
Usually I enlist you because I'm like, I know Cosmo's going to see this. And maybe no one else is going to. But this was one that I was actually looking forward to. I did see... I don't know if I even saw a trailer in theaters, but I know I saw like a poster and I was just like, I don't know what this is. It looks like a woman is holding like, forgive the crudeness, but it looks like a woman's holding like an extended testicle sack.
Yep.
It looks kind of violent and scary. Mm-hmm. I don't know what this is, but I'm in.
Yeah.
And
very cool.
How about you? How were you introduced to this? Like, how did this get on your radar? And were you like, I got to see this?
I'm pretty sure I saw a trailer in the theater and I was just like, what in the world is this? Like, this is like the most perfect movie I've ever seen. I was like, this is exactly what I want to watch. And from then I was like, as soon as this comes out, I'm seeing it. So I took one trailer. I didn't even see another one. And I think I only saw it that one time at the movie theater. So I was already in. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, when you're young, you learn phrases that you think are like really important and you'll live your life by. And one of them is don't judge a book by its cover. And then you grow up and you're like, wait a second. How else would I judge the book?
Exactly. Like, how else could I know?
Right. I can't read half the book and be like, yeah, I'll buy this one.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that with how do you know what you're going to watch? And I feel like it's just an instinct. Like there are some things you see and it's like, I'm done. Don't tell me anymore.
Exactly.
I don't care. And then, you know, you don't go into it and you love it regardless. You still experience it. But like, what is that hook that happens in us that we see Is God Is? It's like, yes, this
Yeah,
is a for sure.
I know. I don't know. I think especially with Is God Is, it's just like I don't. For me, it was just so different. It just felt
Mm-hmm.
different. It just felt like this is not like the other movies I've been watching. Like I'm at the movie theaters every week, multiple times a week. So I'm like I'm watching a lot of movies and I'm just like this don't even have the same like vibe as anything else I've watched.
Mm.
So it's like
Mm.
I have to be in a theater for something like this, you know.
Yeah. I think I was also intrigued by the title.
I was gonna say Is God is also like, what are you saying? Like what does that mean?
well, literally, because it's a question,
Yeah,
but then is it a question?
exactly.
You know, we know the famous line of Jesus, right? I am that I am, right? And so
Right.
it felt like a play on that, like, is God is that he is.
Yes. That's what I
And
was
so I was like,
thinking.
that's very interesting. And I was like, I have to know is God is like this this film should be sweeping the nation. Everyone should be going
Exactly.
to the theater to find out is God is.
Yes.
You
It has a
know?
great tagline where I think it's like, make your daddy dead, real
Mm-hmm.
dead. And I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, absolutely. That sounds great to me.
Cosmo's like, there should be more movies about patricide. Patricide? Patricide?
I
I
think
don't
it's
know.
patricide. I think,
Yeah. Killing dads, though. It's
yeah.
good, you know?
Yeah. Every now and
Yeah.
then. I don't know.
There's enough. I mean, look, Nolan is dominating the airwaves
I
with
mean, yeah, he's
dead wives
killing
and dead moms.
Yes.
And it's like, you know what? Maybe let's see what happens when a dad is dead. You know?
Yes. Yes.
What's the story then? You know? Okay, so you and I both watched this a little bit ago. And
Mhm.
so I know some of your thoughts on it, but what are your general thoughts and reception to the film?
I'm just I was just really impressed. You know, as I was watching it, it's just a lot riding on it, which is I hate when that happens, especially the black films, because it's like I feel like we don't get enough of them, and then we don't get enough unique ones, and
Mm,
so it always feels like so much is riding on it. And I try not to do that to a movie, but I couldn't help it. It's like stars two black women and they're sisters, and they're it's like it's like a road movie, and it's
mm-hmm,
like to me that that is going to mean a lot. So I'm just like, I need this to be good. And as I was watching it, I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is kind of good.
mm-hmm,
Like, as it's going, I'm like, all right, that worked.
mm-hmm,
And that worked. And it's like, and it's making a lot of choices that could easily not work. But it kept on working. And I was like, even all the way to the end, I was like, wow, it worked. And I was just
mm-hmm.
like, and I had a great time. I thought it was funny. I thought it was fun. It made me like made me sick to my stomach. It made me feel a lot of emotions, you know. It was just made me cry. Like I was all the way in on it and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I agree. It is weird.
Mhm.
And I love weird movies. I wish that there was always, you know, I wish that these studios could just get together. Like,
Mhm.
just get together. You are putting on a show for the American people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
you get together and you say, okay, folks, you know, Paramount and HBO and A24, let's get together. And we need to make
Mhm.
sure that there is always a kids' movie in theaters. We need to make sure that there's always a legal procedure.
Absolutely. Yes, a courtroom drama. Yes, you're right.
Something like, and then something a little weird to psychedelic. Like, there's got to be
Yes.
something that people can go see. And I do think, like, I know it sounds like I'm kind of joking, but I'm dead serious that, like, I think one of the best things that a movie can do is you walk out of the theater and you say, what did I just see?
Yeah.
To,
Mhm.
to admit that there is something out there that you do not understand and that you do not know
Mhm.
in artistic expression. And sometimes it's really frustrating. Like, I gotta tell you, you know, I did not walk out of Megalopolis, you know, on cloud nine.
I understand that.
You know, somewhere around Adam Driver in the backstage when he was like becoming like a mandala psychedelic. I was
Yes.
like, I'm not quite getting what's happening here. But I'm really glad that I got to experience
Yes.
the film. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know me, and I mean, I know you. You know, we both are not looking for the straight movie every time. We want
No.
something a little weird and freaky, and something that's gonna, you know, just be different. And I don't think, like, I wasn't prepared for how grounded Is God is. Like, I was like, okay, so there's going to be some kind of supernatural element
Right.
to it,
Mm-hmm.
or psychedelic or something. And so I was like, oh, wow. It's not so much that there's something supernatural. It's just like odd. Like, it's
Exactly.
odd.
Yes. Yes.
And I did enjoy it. I will say I did think it has a little bit of a soggy middle, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought it picked up again, and I liked it. You know, I liked how it ended, and I liked all that. Yeah, somewhere around like when the son of the preacher woman comes after them,
pops up again. Yeah.
and then it's just revealed to be him, and then there's not really like a big development with that.
From
It's
that.
just like,
No.
it's him again. Well, bye.
Bye. We just leave him. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
That part
Yeah.
it kind of reminded me of like in The Wiz when they get chased by, I guess, the subway.
Oh.
And it just kind of, yeah, and they just kind of run around a bit, and then they get out of it, and then you go, yay. And then we go to the next place.
But I will say, when the pillars in the subway
Oh,
start
well,
moving,
yeah.
it's like,
No. The thing,
that should not be.
The things that happen are horrifying. No, that's it will stick with me forever. I hate that. But it just reminded me. I don't know, something about, I guess because of the set, like where they are, it kind of reminded me of The Wiz, because The Wiz is all like run down, and like there's like heaps of dirt and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, I get you. I definitely
get until you get to Emerald City, and then it's like,
whoa.
Oh.
Yes.
Why did the movie start here? And then they're like, we're going to do this Emerald City number for like, I think, I don't know, like 20 minutes.
Yeah. It's really long.
I always felt that though about the original Wizard of Oz. It's like we've just been like walking through the woods. Why aren't we exploring Oz more?
These people, I know. Which is, you know, this is what it's about, but.
Right. Okay, so Is God Is, story of revenge. It's the story of two sisters who, at a very young age, they are burnt and partially disfigured. They are twins, of course. Do you know any twins?
Oh yeah, I know plenty of twins.
Really?
Yeah, is that weird?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, you're acting like every family's got a twin.
It's what it feels like. I maybe not every family, but I know every school I went to, there were like multiple twins.
Whoa! Wow. Okay. I've only known, man, oh man, very few twins in my life. Very few.
Really?
Yeah, one of my brother-in-laws.
Uh-oh, I'm not gonna help you with this.
He's a twin.
Okay.
So I get to ask him a lot of twin questions. But when you interact with twins, are you like holding back, like asking them twin questions the whole time?
No, not really. I'm just looking at them. I don't know. Like I'm not even. I find twins so intriguing. Like, I don't even want to talk to them. I'm just like looking at like what they're doing and like how they're saying things, and you know how they're dressed and stuff like that. That's what I'm paying attention to. Yeah.
Yeah. If you were a twin, would you dress the same, do you think?
Nah, that's something that I just can't even deal with, the thought of that. I can't ever have another me. Mm-mm.
Wow.
That would ruin my life.
Whoa. So like with you,
No.
okay, so like with your sisters or with your husband, you're not like, oh, let's match?
Well, yeah, I mean, me and my husband will do that. And like when I was growing up, me and my mother would wear the same outfits and stuff like that. Not so much my sisters, because I think the age gap was just a little bit too much. But
Mm,
I mean, yeah, I'll match with people, but you can't like be wearing it. I don't know. Like, not you can't be wearing the exact same thing that I have on.
right.
Nah, I'm too competitive, I think.
Okay.
I was like, you like you gotta go.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. We can compliment each other.
There you go. There
Maybe
you
a
go.
fraternal twin situation would be better for me. Not like identical. Maybe I
Yeah.
couldn't handle that.
Yeah. So, did you like the twineurisms in this
I
movie?
loved it. This is what I wish twins would do. I mean, I don't like to get too much in their stuff, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I hope you guys can talk telepathically. Like, I hope you guys can do these things, like,
Right.
because that is a great power to have. It's also
Right.
like super intimate, but it's like, that's a nice thing to have with somebody. And I hope you
Right.
guys are exercising that power.
Right. Listeners, we should state, if it has not become obvious yet, we are not part of the twin community.
No.
And so we are very much looking on the outside of
Yeah,
that.
sorry if I'm saying anything that's super offensive to the twin.
I feel like there's some communities that it's still okay to make fun of.
Yeah.
Twins are one of them.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Italians are another.
Well,
No one is mad at you if you're like, hey, a meatball, hey, you know?
yeah, I think that's true.
And I think that might be it.
Just the Italians and the twin.
I I mean,
Yeah.
tech bros, but I don't even want to
Nah, they're
give
not
them the
even
respect of
people.
saying they're a
Yeah,
community,
they're
you
not
know?
people.
Yeah.
No.
Can you imagine the tech bro civil rights movement in 50 years when they fight
Oh
to
my, I
be
won't be here. I
recognized?
won't be
I
here.
won't be. Who will be gone by then? Anyway, okay, so occasionally throughout the film, the twins will like psychically communicate, and we see their
Mhm.
dialogue on screen. How did you feel about this?
I love that. It reminded me of like I wish I could remember like specific books, but I think like their eyes were watching God, or maybe I don't know, maybe it was that book, but it's like the first time I read a book where the dialogue on the page wasn't written like a typical book,
Mm-hmm.
or like the first time I read like Equus or Fences or something like that, and it's like the way that they have it written isn't like the typical playwright. It
Yeah.
doesn't look like a regular play, and it's like the dialogue is up this way and it's going down that way, and like it's all the way at the corner of the page, and instead of
Right.
like in the middle where it's supposed to be. So I love that, like to put that on the screen, because like also like I don't know, like I feel like a lot of movies, they if this is maybe just me, but it feels like they know you're looking at your phone. And this is like you have to be looking at the screen to know what's going on.
Right.
And like
Right.
if you glance down at your phone, you're missing like a whole like exchange going on between twins, which I really like. It like demands your attention. So I thought
Right.
that was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I think there's been a lot of innovation in how to communicate like text on screen because of
Yeah.
screens. Like we see,
Right.
somebody's walking and they're texting. Well, how do
Yeah.
you show that to the audience? And I feel like it used to be that you would literally hear like the click clacks of the keyboard, like they
Yes.
started doing
Mhm.
that. Now we're
Mhm.
seeing like maybe like word bubbles popping
Bubbles
up and
popping
stuff.
up. Mhm.
But it is something. It's like, okay, how do I show this? Yeah, I recently watched a short film by Saul and Elaine Bass, Notes on the Popular Culture. And it's just like small, like short vignettes about like dance, books, music.
Cool.
But the whole thing is bookended with someone like trying to type like a serious like essay on popular art, and it's just a typewriter. It's just a typewriter page, and it got me thinking about like not the difficulties, but just when you watch a movie, you're like, yeah, all right, they're filming someone typing on a page. That makes sense. But like someone had to come up with that. And
Yes,
now in this
exactly.
digital world, it's like we have to come up with how do you film a FaceTime? You know, and like
Exactly. Ugh,
the only
yeah.
one that I've ever seen that didn't make me want to jump off a bridge was Past Lives.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
when
cool.
they're FaceTiming, because there's just something about it that I'm just like, I feel pain, but I don't feel the pain of I hate this. I feel the pain of like, oh my God, that kind of was what that technology was like at the time. And
Yeah.
that is what it's like to converse that way. And horrible. But okay. But anyway, so yeah, we've got two sisters, twins, played by Cara Young and Mallori Johnson, Racine and Anaya. Now, I'm not going to ask you which one was your favorite, but let's go one at a time.
Okay.
Racine. So Racine is, we're told later, the oldest child by like, you know, whoever knows, a minute or so. And she is the more aggressive and outgoing. And I think like she's the one who's really driven by this idea of like, God is our mom. And we're on a mission from God.
Yes.
Which is funny.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about like the movies that this movie is reminding me of later, but I want to talk about this movie first, because I do think that this is a movie of itself. So yeah, Racine, how did you feel about her?
I thought she was great, you know. I think I related to her a lot, so that was working for me. But it's especially even if you're the oldest by just a few minutes, you're the oldest, and like that's how your brain works, and you're always in, like when it comes to the younger sibling, you're in go mode, you're in attack mode for like anything. So I really like that about her character, and just like her energy was just so infectious, you know. It's just like love to be around her. So I thought the performance was like amazing too. So yeah, she was great.
Yeah, she freaked me out a bit, you know.
Yeah, she's intense. She's like,
Yeah.
I mean, she's real, you know?
Yeah.
That's how it be.
You know, in that opening scene where they're cleaning up the office and a woman drops her scarf, she goes to hand it to her, and then she's like, she sees, you know, that she's burnt, and Racine, it says Racine could always, no, Anaya could always tell when Racine was in trouble, or when there was trouble or whatever.
Yeah.
And right off the bat, I was like, you know, I don't have burns on my body. I can't know what that's like. And I was like, what is the movie saying about this character? That she's being reasonable and like losing their jobs over this offense, or that she's being unreasonable in the person's reaction. Like if you look the way that you look, and the way that you look is troubling to strangers, right? And we know that it shouldn't be. What is the expectation? What is your expectation of somebody, you know, accepting you or not? And do you put up with slights and offenses like this every time they come up, or do you deal with it like she does? And I think the two sisters show, you know, the two different ways where Anaya has kind of accepted, like, yeah, you know, I'm with like an old guy who doesn't want to look at me when we hook up, but that's my life.
Yeah.
And so she's not offended. I mean, that's a much larger offense than just someone like looking at you and being like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's a good question. If it's like if the movie's like that's good to be like that or not. But it's just I don't know. For me, it's like as a sister, it's just like certain things you just don't tolerate from anybody. Like you just
Mm-hmm.
be like Racine is just the type that's ready to pop off. Like sometimes you just got the ready to pop off person, and they've chosen the path of destruction, and the other person has chosen the path of peace, and like I don't want to start no problems. It's like it's already tough enough for me looking like this. I don't want to make it harder by fighting all the time. But then you got the
Mm-hmm.
person who's like, you know what, actually I'm gonna fight all the time. Like that's actually exactly what I'm gonna do.
Right.
And
Right.
especially when you're like, when you feel like you have to protect this person who's more docile, you become more just ready to go. Like you're just ready to jump off about anything. Like any type of slight, this person belongs to me, and you don't have the right to say anything or make a face or anything about this person. So I'm going to react. It's just like, they're like two different, they're the same person. They have similar situations, but they both decided to how to different ways of how to handle it. And especially it's
Right.
really interesting too because like Anaya's character, I mean, I would say like she has it worse because it's like Racine just has like burns on her arms. It's not her face. I mean,
Yeah.
like it constantly comes up. Like people keep calling Racine the pretty one and stuff like that.
Right.
And it's like sometimes when it's like that, you become even more dejected. Like your
Yeah.
self-esteem is super low, and you don't have that power in you to protect, like, protect yourself and defend yourself. For Racine, it's probably easier because everybody calling her pretty, but it's easier for her to be angry about it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I wonder if there's a touch of like survivor's guilt
Yeah.
in
Mhm.
Racine where she is the one who kind of can pass, if you will,
Right.
where
Exactly. Mhm.
for the most part she is not wearing this reality of what they went through on her
Mhm.
face. And if she wanted to pretend that she didn't come from this crazy, insane
Mhm.
beginning, she
Mhm.
could,
Right.
where Anaya, she is, presenting the evidence of what was done to them every day, every moment
Mhm.
of every day. And she does, as like the kind of more reserved, quiet one,
Mhm.
it seems that she does kind of bear that weight where Racine
Yeah.
seems to be more, open and
Mhm.
fiery and I will say too, like you can be a nice, peaceful person until somebody, like you said, there's just things you're not
Mhm.
going to tolerate with certain
Yeah.
people that and
Mhm.
I always say, no one, no one will be madder than a spouse for their spouse against their spouse's parents.
That's true. That is the truth. Yes.
Yeah, it's like,
Mhm.
you shouldn't put up with that. And your spouse is
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
what? It's fine. And it's like,
No, it's not. That's very true.
it's
Yeah.
not. I think we should do something about this. And your spouse is like, please don't.
Uh-huh.
I've dealt
Begging
with
you.
this my whole life. Please,
Exactly.
we have
Mhm.
harmony. And you're like, well,
Yeah.
I don't want harmony because that's
I mean,
my person.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's what they have for each other,
Mhm.
and um, yeah, but things escalate quickly. And then they get this letter from their mother. This was the part where I really just had to be like, let go, because this made no sense to me.
Okay.
I was like, okay, so your kids weren't like babies. It's not like they
No,
were
but
like 6 months old. How did you
yeah.
skip town? Like, it's not like you didn't die, they didn't die. Weren't you brought to the same hospital? So you just like slipped out the back, like, and
Yeah.
and then at what point were you like, this is better for you?
That's true. I mean, this is the thing. I get it. Because when you're even if you're not a baby, when you're young like that, and you have a traumatic experience that can like shut off
Mm-hmm.
that whole part of your life. Like you can't access it anymore. And
Yeah.
then and I understand like the mother, I don't know how she got away. Because especially there had to be like courts dealing with all this stuff, I would assume. But
Well,
I also get why she's not there. Because I don't know. I don't know about you, but if you like, no shade to anybody. No
yeah,
shade to anybody. But if you had a fat mama or something like that, in like elementary school or whatever, you are getting ripped to pieces every day.
sure,
Now,
sure, sure.
if your mom is burnt, like kids are going to. I can understand why she's like, I don't want to put that in my daughter's lives
Yeah, yeah,
with what they already are going to have to go through.
yeah.
So
And you just brought
yeah,
up, courts and stuff. We
yeah,
know that the dad was like
yes,
up for prison,
mm-hmm.
so this would have been like an ongoing But again, I just had to be like, you know what? I'm gonna let it
Me
go. And
too.
okay, I am gonna bring up a movie now, and I've seen a lot of people talk about the Tarantino influence and Kill
Yes,
Bill of it
mm-hmm.
all. And I saw Harris say she was like, I don't want to be like the poor man's Quentin Tarantino, which I thought was very funny.
Yeah.
But there's another movie that this movie reminded me of more than Kill Bill, and that is The
Okay.
Blues Brothers.
Yes. Yes, I mean they're on a mission from God, you know? That's
Yes.
correct. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then like meeting these like interesting characters, which
Right. Mm-hmm.
we meet interesting characters throughout Kill Bill as well.
Yeah,
You meet
yeah,
interesting characters in movies. That's what movies are about.
yeah.
But like just the idea of like, okay, so the Blues Brothers are set out because like the nuns and the orphanage and this and
Yes,
that,
yeah. It's
and
insane.
we're on a mission. And it's like I watch the Blues Brothers and I'm not like, but how does this work?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I don't really care. And so like it's like
Mm-hmm.
this was the part where I was like, you know what? It's just really cool to come into this house and you got
Right.
4 women braiding your hair. Like it's just a
Exactly.
cool image.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like some movies I can tell where I don't need to bring my literal brain to it. Like when
Mm-hmm.
I watch A Few Good Men, I'm like, okay, no, I want some legal accuracy here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like when I watch a movie like this and they got telepathy and like the dialogue is on the screen in an interesting way like that, I'm like, okay, I gotta just this isn't my reality. You know, like the fine details of what happened in the plot is not what's important here. So I can just
Yeah.
like step back from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it was another movie, I'd probably be like, what this doesn't make any this is not Kramer versus Kramer, you know. So
Right. Right. Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. 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 It's like yeah, the difference of watching Argo versus watching The Accountant 2.
Exactly.
It's like I'm stopping to be like it doesn't have to make sense.
Yeah. So
It's cool.
mhm.
And that's what
Sometimes
some
that's all
people
it
will never
needs.
understand. It's like, well, why is that cool? And it's like, if you have to ask, you'll never know.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you don't get it. Don't even get me started. Look, some people just don't value and understand like it's cool and that's the end of it. You know, if you got to
Right.
dig into it, you're not cool. You're uncool.
Yeah, I totally agree. So we meet their mother and she's dying. She seems okay to me, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, and then it's not even like she's like, I'm dying today.
No.
She's just like, I'm dying. I mean, like eventually,
Yeah.
but while I'm still alive, it would be really cool if you could kill this guy.
Yes.
And I think that, Racine just right off the bat, she's like, yeah, cool, we're gonna do this. Anaya,
Well,
I think is like, I don't know if we're actually gonna do this, but I'm along for the ride. Yeah.
right. Well, I think initially the twins are like, ooh, like, how we supposed to do that, God? Like, they both are initially reluctant, but then
Right.
God tells, I can't remember what she says, but whatever she says, that then makes Racine go, yeah, we're absolutely gonna do that. I think it's after she tells them the story of like how it happened, and
Right.
then Racine is like, yeah, we're gonna kill him, and but Anaya is still like, we're not killers, you know.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, because the movie is halfway between grounded and then
yeah,
really really great, and it's, you know, I hate to be so stupid, but like it's like twins. Like it's
yeah.
literally like this like you could make a movie, I think, about Anaya that's a different movie,
Oh, completely,
where
yeah.
it's about a woman who lives in the city and
Mhm.
cleans offices, and she has this relationship, and I think it's just a normal drama.
Yeah.
But the Racine part is what brings it into, you know,
It
the movie
heightens
that
it. Yeah.
yeah, the movie
Mhm.
that it is. Okay, so their first stop, they go to a
Oh wait, sorry. Can I just
yeah,
say, God, their mother is Vivica A. Fox, which is like, that's just very important to me. I love Vivica
yeah,
A. Fox, and like I feel like I just haven't seen her in that many movies, and the fact that she's there as like a deity
yeah,
is made me feel a lot of kinship with Aleshea Harris, like that she would cast Vivica A. Fox as God like that, because in my head she is like an icon, and
yeah,
you know, and like her having those women around the bed all braiding her hair, which is like, ah, I would pay billions of dollars. Like that would be, that's the freaking dream. If I could lay in a bed and have three women do my hair, braid it all the way to waist length. Oh, anyway, that was just brilliant. But yeah, I gotta shout out Vivica because her smoking the cigarette and getting her hair braided is like the most baller
yeah,
thing I ever seen. Like she's like so freaking cool.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, Vivica A. Fox, you know, unfortunately, teeny tiny role, but appears in the great Batman and Robin.
Yeah, amazing. She's
Uh,
good.
Former episode on the show, Set It Off,
Set it off.
which
Yep.
she's very good in. Independence
Mm-hmm.
Day, of
Of
course. Kill
course.
Bill, of
Yep.
course.
There we go.
Um, I don't have the same relation to hair braiding that you do, you know? And so I was just like, oh, that's a cool image.
Yeah.
But yeah, like now that you say that, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, okay, yeah, this really is kind of like entering a temple. And like when you enter a
Exactly.
temple,
Mm-hmm.
like the monks are like doing the little sand art or like sweeping up or
Yes.
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I didn't see it that way, but yeah, totally. Yeah, I don't have any hair to braid, even if I wanted to.
Yeah. Well, you can look. That's not even a problem nowadays. We can easily get you some K-tips. It's
What does
it's
that
for
mean?
real. We can get you braids pretty easily. I'm telling you. Yeah.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
It's up to you.
Uh,
It's fun, you know.
oh, I mean, I'm not. Yeah, yeah. I, I think.
You don't have to get black people braids. I mean, you know, there's
What is it?
braids.
What is a non? What's a what's a half Mexican, half white guy braid?
I've seen them. I've seen these.
Oh
They have,
yeah.
yeah. They're just
Okay.
like a little bigger than like ours.
They're
Yeah.
a little bigger. So it's like like a Cheeto versus a cheese poof.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I'll get the rocket power braids.
Oh wow. Now I don't think you can do that.
Okay. See,
I don't know about that.
see, I was trying to put limitations on myself because I didn't want to
Okay.
assume. And then I take one step out the door and you're like, nope.
No.
You
I'm sorry.
got
I didn't know
too
you were gonna
far.
go through the rocket power door. That's too far.
All right. So I will say I was obsessed with when we returned to Vivica A. Fox and the camera's like kind of slowly pushing in on her
Yes. Yes.
as she like tells the next part. And I was like, please be the whole movie. And it wasn't. And I
No.
was like, but I would have
It was
loved
really
that.
cool though. I loved that. That was the whole way that they did the memory, like the way they shot it in the black and white, and
Mm-hmm.
oh man, it was scary. I was very scared. I don't know. It was, I guess, because it's such an upsetting thing to happen. Like, you hear something outside and you're like, what is that? And
Mm-hmm.
it was such a picturesque moment that they were having.
Mm-hmm.
And it just got destroyed. Ugh, it's terrible.
Yeah. Going back to Kill Bill with Vivica A. Fox, she's walking
Yes.
through her house, and then we see a reveal of she has the knife behind her back, and
Yep.
So it was very
It's
cool, but
sad.
I didn't feel like it was like overt or anything. I was just like, yeah, this is cool. This movie's cool.
Exactly. I think because it's still at the end of the day, it still feels like a unique perspective. Like it doesn't just feel like a straight copy. It's not like
No.
she's just doing Tarantino. It's like maybe it's inspired by that, but this is still Alicia's vision. Like this is obviously coming from her very specific head,
Right, yeah. And I mean, this is based off of her stage play
Yeah,
that
right.
she made. And the other problem with, people being like, oh, that's like Quentin Tarantino, is like, guys, sorry, but, Kill Bill is Lady Snowblood and 5 other movies. Like,
yes.
so
that's his whole thing anyway. It's like,
right,
he's
like
just doing
he's
other
doing
people's stuff.
pastiche and
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if someone's taking from him, sorry.
Yeah, I mean that's cinema. I don't know. I don't get the critique. It's like that's what people do. I mean, even Scorsese be like he's just doing other people's stuff. Like,
right? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so their first stop on their journey, they go to a house church that is in the kind of like faith healing Pentecostal. And so you kind of like, you're like, okay, I think I know what this is. And then someone says something like, I can't remember the exact line, but like they say like, oh, like the devil's got me. And then like he like swears. And I can't remember what they say. But that was the first time my whole theater just like erupted in laughter.
Yes.
And and I was like, wait, what is going on?
Yes.
Oh,
yep. Mine's too. Everybody was dying during that part. Very funny. Very
funny. Despicable person. This is Erica Alexander as Divine. And I think that there's a lot that's being communicated kind of quickly because we don't spend a lot of time here. But just, when she finishes her meal and then the elderly woman takes the tray away and she's carrying it away and you're like, this
does not feel right.
Right. Yes. This is upside down, bizarro world of how, a minister should be acting.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we know that happens a lot of the time.
Yes.
So,
especially with them little house churches. Look, man, that stuff be set up sometimes. and like you see, like, I don't know, sometimes you be wary. You see a bunch of people in all white, you're like, like, sometimes it's not as comforting as you would expect.
Right. Yeah. If Jared Leto is doing something,
oh my goodness. Well,
there's a good chance that he sees something that he's taking in a not a good way.
But... yes.
I've never gone to any kind of thing where everyone wore the same color. That would be fun.
You never been to a white party? All white party?
No. Am I P. Diddy? Like, what are you talking about?
Is that like, I don't know. Is that like a black people thing? There's all white parties all the time. Especially like once summer hits, there's gonna be an all white party to start the summer off.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, this might come as a big surprise, but I don't get invited to a lot of parties, so.
Okay, it's okay. I mean, I don't go to them because I hate white, but that's just that's a personal thing. But
interesting.
You don't gotta go, but it's like it's supposed to be fancy,
I remember, so as a kid, as a teenager, among the wealthy youth of Long Island, I do remember one of like the friends who was like on the fringe of our friend group was like, "Oh, we're doing like an all white party," and I was just like, I said to my
I'm
girlfriend, I was
out.
like, if you think I'm going to that, I don't think I owned a piece of white clothing. I don't think I even
Yeah.
owned white socks, you know? So I was like, if you think I'm doing that, you're out of your mind.
Oh my goodness. Not no white socks. That's crazy. That's
Black
weird.
ankle socks, man.
Wow. Ankle
That's
socks.
that's all I own. That's all I've ever done.
No tube socks? No crew socks?
No, because, okay, and here is the age difference between you and I. You got to understand. When I was a teenager,
Mm-hmm.
if you had your socks pulled up, oh my God.
Well, nobody's
You
gonna
were a
see them.
Poindexter.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
literally, that was like old men. So then I was
Yeah.
like, so everyone was like, no, ankle socks, ankle socks.
Oh
And
my
then
goodness.
when I grew up and then kids were younger, they were all pulling their socks up. And I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I don't. Well, see, when I was in high school, everybody wore ankle socks as well, but I just didn't. I don't like that. I don't. Why would you want your ankles out? And if you obviously
Yeah,
you don't wear socks all the way up high if you're wearing shorts, but if you're wearing pants, it don't matter.
no.
Y'all
No,
not
because
worried
then they're
about somebody
clinging
hitting your
to you.
ankles? Oh my Lord, no. You gotta
Wait,
protect
what's
your
hitting your
ankles.
ankles?
Something. Something.
You really feel the need to deflect incoming attacks from your ankles?
Yeah, like cushion your ankle. Absolutely.
No,
Yeah.
no. See, my
No.
thing is like, I don't want to have anything on me ever.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
And
Forgot
so,
you're like
but I'm also not a psycho and I'm going to go out wearing sandals.
Oh, wait a minute. All right, we're about to get too deep into this because you're half Mexican. You
I
gotta have the
know.
chocolates on.
I have one pair of chanclas from my dad
Uh-huh.
that he gave me.
Oh.
I might wear them one day perhaps, but no, nope, I've never worn sandals.
But there's nothing more free than sandals, right? It's like, is that too free?
That's too free, I'm in my house. Yeah, I'm not walking around wearing sneakers in my house.
Okay.
But outside, no. I think that men are better heard and not seen.
Well, I agree.
Yeah, like I think women are beautiful. Women, you do whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sandals, the toe shoes, you know what I mean? The toe running shoes.
Yes.
Looks like,
that's good.
Ugh. Go for it. Men, cover up. Mask up even.
My goodness.
Please. A hat, sunglasses, a trench coat.
Okay. Well, now it's getting creepy, but okay. You see men looking like that. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you're either Raphael, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, or a creep.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
But I think that's how men should look going out. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't make me look at you, please.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
Yeah. I don't know how we got here.
The house church.
Yes.
We find out that she's like still incredibly dedicated to this man. And we're not going to go through every scene in this movie because this will take us 3 hours. But
yeah,
I liked this scene. I thought it was very, very funny. Like I said, I think that she was making some good comments on a few different things.
Yeah,
in a funny and entertaining way. But I think imagery is good at communicating ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, when they open that closet and you see the shrine to him, it's like, I mean, everything's communicated there, and like that's why. Honestly, like the scene where the son comes back and chases them it's just a little weird to me because like why is it him? Like we already know that this boy is dedicated to the father. Like I feel like that was established. I didn't need him to come back and like sabotage their mission, but it's also they had to do something to throw a wrench in things because they were just gonna make it to their destination. But you're right, like it's just like it communicates that idea so well. Well, like one of the things, like just like how there be abusive men in the community and you be thinking all the women are band together against this man, and it's like no. It's not. There's women who are holding the candle for him, hoping he gets better, hoping he comes back, even though he has not helped you at all, not taking care of you, anything, but they refuse to say a bad word against that man. And it's like all of that is packed into that scene perfectly, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And especially where her having like a church and like having followers and having like that belief system and having that kind of power is like, yeah, there's a sickness here.
Right.
Big
Right.
time.
Yeah, and someone who we expect our leaders to have vision.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And when a leader is blind, it's so offensive to us
Mm-hmm.
and glaring. It's the emperor has no clothes, because it's like you're
Yes.
supposed to see. And so it's like,
Right.
wait, you couldn't see this though? Like,
Mm-hmm.
how?
Exactly.
It's
Yep.
like when Roger
Mm-hmm.
Ebert hated Blue Velvet.
I was with him, but yeah, I mean, that's right.
Oh my god! Wow.
I've come around, but when I
I think
first read that, I was like, yeah, I get you.
yeah, I think he came around too later on.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, so some other stuff happens.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's good. I like
Mm-hmm.
the lawyer stuff. I like,
Lori stuff is great.
Janelle Monáe
Oh wow.
is the wife,
Yes.
and we get a little switcheroo.
Yeah.
I thought,
Mm-hmm.
where we see that she's planning on leaving him like that day,
Yeah.
and so I'm like, okay, maybe they're gonna team up, maybe, and then no, they just kill her.
I couldn't believe it, and I literally like my heart broke a little bit. I felt bad for her. I really did. I was like I get it. Like once again, it's like you're with a very abusive man, and you know that. But it's tough in those situations. I get it. You be wanting a better life, but I just felt bad. Like she was finally going to get out, and they just killed her like real
Mm-hmm.
bad. Oh my goodness!
Mm-hmm.
And it was also cool. Like she took over narration for a bit, so I was
Right.
like, oh, that's also why I was like, okay, so she's gonna like maybe they'll intertwine some kind of way. But no, they
Mm-hmm.
just killed her.
Yep.
But she had to die. You can't spit on people. That's like that was one of my favorite parts when they was like, "Oh, she's spitting." I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah,
Uh-huh.
she's
Yeah.
gotta die.
Yep. Yep.
You can't do that."
I won't give spoilers for it, but there is a plot line in Kubrick's The Shining that was very reminiscent of this. And it's a good trick, because so much of watching movies is subconscious, and you
Right.
don't
Mm-hmm.
realize what you're taking in.
Yep.
But when a character is given the reins of narration,
Mm-hmm.
we feel that they are protected or important,
Yes.
or
Mm-hmm.
what, and when she isn't,
Yeah.
it's very shocking and very surprising. I mean, when they first hit her, I was just like,
Oof.
I was squirming in
Yeah.
my seat. I was jumping in my seat throughout this movie. I was
Yeah.
it was a very animated viewing experience.
Yeah.
But
Extremely.
yeah,
And
but
it's Janelle Monáe. It's like you guys are gonna kill Janelle Monáe and like beat her face in with a rock in a sock.
I mean, I know that's like
Lord.
Janelle Monáe's face is like fake. Like it's like
Yeah,
she's like a China doll,
I was gonna say, she's like a gorgeous drawing. Like it doesn't make
Right.
any sense. Yeah.
But like you said, you can't spit.
You can't spit. That's a deal breaker. Sorry.
That's a face breaker.
That's actually one part where I was like, I don't understand why they even doing this. But I guess I don't know the geography of the situation. But I was like, that's the road that leads to their house. Why do they need a car? Just walk. I don't know. You've been walking all this time. Walk to the house. Let that lady go. But that's just me wanting her to live.
Right.
Yeah.
It is interesting too that there are two women who take over the narration of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
One being their mother, and then one
Yeah.
being Angie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the two women at the two like kind of ends of this guy's life.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
Listeners, this is a film about women, made by women. And so forgive me for like centering, I think it's called, right? Centering the man.
Sure. Yeah.
Right? I don't mean to do that. But that is the goal of this movie, and it's partially what the movie is about, you know, this dude.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, I don't think that's like a bad thing. Sometimes your dad ruins your life.
Right.
Sometimes like that happens.
Look at human history. Most of the time, that's what happens.
Yeah, I mean, and it can still be about women and about like how they deal with this and how they've moved on with their life or haven't moved on with their life. But yeah, sometimes it's a man that did it. Sorry,
Right.
sorry if it doesn't pass the Bechdel test or whatever it's called, like sorry about it.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's like, you know, that's the two. Why are these two characters given the reins, you know, for a
Yeah.
little bit?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it does kind of show, you know, the two different sides or you know, bookends of this character. Like, we don't know anything about his life prior to the Night of the Fire,
Right.
and
Mm-hmm.
then this is the end of his life here, and so here are
Yeah.
the two women who were, you know, controlled and abused by him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still a bummer when she dies. All right, so
Yeah.
we get to the house. More twins.
More
Were you surprised by the
twins!
twin reveal?
Well, no,
Well, we
because
heard
he
it
said,
earlier.
he told us, the lawyer told us they were twin boys.
Yeah.
So I wasn't surprised. You know, they were there.
Yeah. And I do feel like we're playing it pretty fast and loose with twins. Like these twins are like, there's paternal twins, there's fraternal twins, and then there's these twins, which is
these
like
twins, which are
the heights are all different.
Like one's a basketball player, one's a jockey. Like it's like they can't come from the same egg.
And the sisters are the same. Like
yeah.
Like I would totally believe that either of these groups are siblings,
not twins.
Yeah, twins. It's like, wowee. All right.
Yeah.
So the twins assume that they're strippers,
which is
dancers,
a thought. Which
ladies.
is a thought.
I don't know what you call professional dancers nowadays.
I call them strippers.
Okay.
That's what I call them.
Hopefully that's not offensive. We apologize to the twin community.
Look, no,
the Italian community and the dancing community, I think.
I watch stripper vlogs all the time, and they call them stripper vlogs. Oh, do you know what a vlog is? Like a video log?
It's a video blog?
Yes, right. Yeah, okay. Like they're blogging their lives through video.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
But it's strippers. Like, and these are women who are stripping, and they be calling themselves strippers. So I think it's okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think sometimes when you're in a community, it's okay to use certain words.
That's true.
And so, like, maybe I'm not supposed to say that.
Maybe we're not supposed to say exotic dancers.
Cosmo's like, no, it's okay if I say it. I watch their vlogs.
Yeah, look, I feel like I'm part of the community.
So they assume this, which is just like, okay, again, it's one of those times where it's like, okay, sure, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not even their birthday. They're like, our birthday's like next week or something.
Yeah.
So
and they're dressed and they're not even dressed in a way that gives stripper. They have on like jorts and like t-shirts.
Okay, I gotta pull out like. Along their road trip, when they pull over to like the signs,
yeah,
and they're like dancing on the signs, like holding. I was like, "This is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, this is fun. This is really cool."
Yeah,
and it's such good style, like
it is. There's a few times where she does the like it's a bunch of cuts, and it's just of them like doing different poses. Which I think that's so cool, because like when me and my sisters like go out, especially to like a new place, we're gonna twerk out a sign. Like that's absolutely gonna happen. we're dancing on a pole or something's a tree, a bush, something's happening. Yeah, that's
a bush. I like the process of like sign is ideal. If a sign's not available, a tree.
Yeah.
And I'll go down to a bush.
Yeah. Well, we need some leverage. You gotta have leverage.
But after that, yeah, after that, what's left? A curb, like
a curb
fire
will
hydrant.
work. Yeah,
A curb.
put your foot up. Yeah.
They kill him, no way, two ways around it. Twin that you think is nice? Not nice.
Not nice. Not a surprise. I didn't trust him from the get-go. Sorry.
No?
No.
See, I bought it. I was like,
oh man.
Poindexter, he's probably got his socks pulled up.
Yeah, but it's always the Poindexters who are like, they've been waiting. They've been waiting for the moment to unleash how sick they are. They're always, because he's got the brother who's outwardly doing all the stuff.
Right.
But, inside, you're just wishing that you could be like that too. And like now that he's gone, I can take up the mantle of being just a perverted psycho.
Right. I did like the conversation in I think they're in the kitchen. Anaya is like,
yeah.
And it's really heartbreaking. It's maybe
extremely
one of the most heartbreaking thoughts in the movie, where she's like, did you ever think that maybe you kind of became someone different because it allows that other person to be the person that they want to be? And again, I can't speak to being a twin, but I think that especially when you're in a family, you can play different roles with different members.
Exactly. Yeah.
But occasionally there is like, okay, I'm gonna be this with this person.
100%. I really like that part too, because like, made me think like with my sister, like with my baby sister, she's very shy, but I'm very shy. Truly. But when I'm with her, I cannot be like that. I have to be like a bulldog, and I have to like do things that are way out of my comfort zone. But it's like that's the dynamic, and it's like it does feel like this person allows me to be like that, because I would think I'm not like that, but I can be if I have to be. So it's like that. I thought that was such an interesting idea, because I don't really hear people talk about that a lot, especially like with siblings and stuff, like what that person can bring out of you. I don't know. It's like I feel like especially in movies, siblings are always like not close. They're always distant, or like they just don't see each other or whatever. But it's like when you're close to your siblings, it does like do something to you, to your personality and your mentality and stuff.
It's true, and it's such a bummer. Like I guess just because it's a natural source of drama.
Yeah.
Right? But like siblings in film are very rarely close or involved with each other or enjoy each other or are doing things together. Like there always has to be a dynamic of tension between
and animosity. Yeah.
And so in this movie, obviously, it's like one of them is like, we're gonna kill our dad. One of them is like that. So that's the drama there. But they love each other.
Yeah.
And so this reveal from Anaya, who we've spent the whole film being like, Anaya is quiet, Anaya is shy, Anaya is, meek. And then you learn that it's possible that this has all been a conscious choice of hers. It's like, oh my God, the idea, I don't know. It bothers me whenever the idea of someone just turning off parts of themselves,
for another person.
Yeah. So it's great.
Sad.
Yeah. So then we get the big reveal, and it's been pretty hidden, I would say. Sterling K. Brown. Not that we don't know if Sterling K. Brown is in the movie, but like throughout the film, he's pretty obscured for the most part, and we're not like spending lots of time with him or seeing him head on. And the reveal of the Dockers shoes coming out of the car, I was like,
it's so good.
I'm sorry. And we know that he was fishing, so it makes sense.
Yes, it makes sense. Yeah,
it's also, but it's still like, I don't know that I've ever seen a villain reveal.
I was about to say,
in Dockers.
Yeah. It's like we saw the devil shoe game and he's wearing Dockers. Yeah.
If the devil showed up and he was wearing Dockers, I would question the
Yes.
validity. I would be like, do something evil right now.
Yeah. Let me see.
Do something really bad. Because
I don't know if you got it in you.
Yeah, I don't know
That
about
persona.
this. Thinking of the devil's feet, we have, just to go back to men and shoes, you know, we think of The Witch, Robert Eggers' The Witch, and
Yeah.
the great sound that comes with the heels and the
Yes.
spurs, you know,
Mhm.
that Lucifer is like, the shoe game is like there, you know.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
thinking of the great Constantine. I don't know. Have you seen Constantine?
No, I've never seen with Keanu.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I've never seen
yeah.
it.
We get Peter Stormare as the devil.
Oh yes.
And when he comes with bare feet, but his feet are dripping with like tar and oil.
Right. Yeah, I think I've seen that. That's cool.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And then you have this movie. And it's Dockers.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. I sorry folks, I know this is not what the movie's about, but my jaw dropped.
Yeah, no, but I thought it was so perfect because I remember when I was in high school.
Oh, it's great. I mean, please.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to say
like,
it's not good. It's perfect.
Yeah, no, but I was like, yeah, this is the most evil people I've ever met wear Dockers and like polos and like the like people who would probably spit on me for sure. Like they look like that. Yeah, they're going fishing.
And then, and we will get past the shoes, the Dockers to slides transition.
That was what really did. I was like, this guy.
No. The socks.
The worst kind of slides. Like I just thought that was awful. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh. And then he makes a sandwich. All right, tell me, you tell me, we are introduced here. This is the big reveal. This is the Emperor. This is Bill after 2 movies. How'd you feel?
I thought it was very scary. And that sandwich looked beautiful, but then he takes a bite of it and the way he does it, it was too precise or something. I was just like, you are scary. Like you're not a real person. And then you hear his voice, which is not Sterling's voice, which I thought was a very interesting choice. And like to make him soft spoken, like, you know, because there's those Southern guys who do have like that very soft kind of melodic voice, and to like choose that for the devil in your movie, it's like, ooh, he's unassuming, you know, but he's not. He's like disturbing to the core. I thought it was a great reveal. It's like worth the hype, absolutely.
Yeah, I thought it was a great performance. Just like maybe like a month or so ago, I was walking, and I don't know why I thought this, but I was like, where is Sterling K. Brown?
Yeah.
Like, where is he? I didn't watch This Is Us. I've seen a few scenes. I've seen a few episodes with him. I've seen a few scenes with him. But I've seen him on other things, and I'm always like, this guy is like, he's good and he's funny. And you can't always be both. Like, it's hard to be.
No, it's very hard to
good
be both,
and also naturally funny. Why is this dude? I mean, my favorite, Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul.
For Jesus. Yeah.
I was like,
he's great.
He's so good in that. And then this movie came along. I was like, oh, I guess that's where he's been.
Well, you know, he's been doing TV because he also has that show Paradise on Hulu. So I've been seeing him. I know that's not my
TV,
world.
The TV world. No, you might as well be doing Shakespeare on Mars. You know, like I'm just not gonna know. Like Nicole Kidman she's done like 10 TV shows in the last 2 years.
I believe so. I've seen nothing.
I have no idea.
Yeah. But she also still does like 6 movies somehow. So she's a special case, I think.
Yeah, good for her. Good for her. But Keith Urban, if you're listening to this,
Shame
I
on
do
you.
I do not support you. Okay.
No,
Our
he knows that. He knows the whole world
our
is against him.
apologies to the urbanites out there.
Oh well.
Oh.
It's Nicole Kidman.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Sterling K. Brown, total psychopath, real
Total.
crazy. Of
Mm-mm-mm.
course, he sees them under the table. Like, you know, come on.
Yeah, come on.
It's like,
Like, let's be real.
there's nothing in that room. Like it's
You got two big old grown people under a table.
right. Right.
We're gonna
Yeah.
see you. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, it's a good conversation. I don't trust this guy for a second.
I was about to say, did you believe him when
No.
he was trying to flip it?
No. I just watched him set fire to Vivica A. Fox
I know,
40 minutes ago.
But
You know?
but you didn't think maybe Vivica's lying so that she could just
No.
get back at her abusive ex? No. Yeah, I didn't think that either.
No, and if that was the twist, then that would have hit me like a ton of bricks. Because I was all in on this.
Mhm.
Absolutely. We get a fight scene, and ultimately leading to the bathtub. Okay, so I want to ask you about this because this movie came out, and you and I liked it. A lot of people liked it, and the backlash that I saw online was that the movie is irresponsible for depicting a black man in this, psychotic, violent role. And I even saw one person say, of course, it's a black woman who's going to write a story where the worst person is a black man.
Mm-hmm.
Can you? I mean, I think I know how you feel about this, but can you just explain how you feel about this? And is there a line? Did she cross it, or does that line just not even exist?
Yeah, I don't think the line exists. I think that's nonsensical, especially if we just look at the news recently, a man murdered 8 of his kids, of his own children. A black man did that to his black kids. So it's not like it's far fetched. I don't understand putting that in a movie now means that all black men are being depicted as abusive, men who are willing to murder their family members. I don't know. It's like when that happens in a movie with a white man, nobody's like all white men. Even though we should probably start talking about that, but nobody's like all white men are. This is making white men look bad.
Yeah.
I don't get that. It doesn't make any sense. And this is a lot of people's truth, and people should be allowed to make a movie or make any piece of art about their truth. And if that's what Aleshea wants to do, I think that should be done. I find that so, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. They just don't like any critique. It's like we can't be honest about bad things that happen to us,
Right.
And especially women, people, I don't know, black men or men in general just don't want to hear women talk about how bad they are. It's like,
sure.
It happens.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it reveals a wartime mindset. When a country's at war, especially a perceived war of justice, right? This is a just war. It's very uncouth to, at that time, stand up on a national stage and be like, who sucks? The troops. Right? Everybody would be like, boo, right?
Yeah.
You're in a wartime mindset, right? And so for me, again, not being part of any community that this movie is depicting, I don't have that. I don't live with that, that we're in a battle for identity and for perception. And obviously some people do live in that. I think that, like you said, people should be allowed to tell the truth. And depicting people in a myriad of ways, I think, is part of normalizing that person to the general
Right.
public. So for a while, we had the stereotype, which I won't use the full term, but the magical Black
Yes.
person,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And you see a generation of films like that, and it's like, this sucks.
It's awful. Like, yeah. We
So
be
here's
us.
Sterling K. Brown playing a
Yeah.
psychopath. How many Black psychopaths do we have on screen?
Exactly. Like truly, it's
True.
always it's always some it's always just something so stupid, and we get minimized so much to these stereotypes, even if they're the good ones of
Mhm.
like the blind side, a black guy who can rise above his where he was
Sure,
born
right,
and
right,
his station
right.
in life, and like sure that's positive, I guess, but it's like that's not everybody. Like it is a privilege to be viewed as multifaceted and like having
Yes.
having range and
Well,
like
not to silence you here, but I don't think it's a privilege. I think it's a right. I think it is a
right, right, right,
right.
right.
It shouldn't be
Yes.
seen as a privilege. We should be seeing stories about every type. I just saw, well, I won't go
Uh-oh.
into that. I
Uh-oh.
won't go into that. I saw another, it was a written opinion by a person in a different community, basically saying like, policing the way that stories are told
Mhm.
about them. And it's like, look, man, there's so many different experiences of people out there,
Yeah.
and we shouldn't be afraid to be everything, because everyone
Right.
is everything.
Everything. Yeah.
And yeah, if Sterling K. Brown did a bad job and it was sloppy and hokey and, you know, stereotypical in some way, but this is a great performance. This is a
It
moment. This
really
is a
is. Yeah.
character.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I think good for Aleshea Harris for writing these characters and
Right.
putting something out there that's weird.
Yeah. I mean, like when Death Proof came out and those girls like kicked freaking Kurt Russell to death, people were like, this puts stunt drivers in like a bad light. Like, like they're not, all stunt drivers are going to kill you. And
Right.
why is this one movie, and it's a small movie. It's like, why is
Yeah.
this one movie so triggering for you? Like
Right.
let this kind of thing happen. We need more of this. Like I'm so tired of seeing the same old tired roles for black women. It's fun to see us get to be cool for once and have some
Yeah.
agency and like
Yeah.
you know and even within the movie, like the twins don't agree on how to handle this, which I think
Yep.
is nice. It's
Yep.
like it's not just an angry black woman either. We're not just leaning into that stereotype. There's
Right.
a lot of layers to this. So
Right.
I can't get it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I gotta tell you, Anton Chigurh,
Yeah,
that was a proud day for me.
finally.
Well, no, I mean, genuinely, like,
No, I
okay,
get it. Yeah.
this is a person whose race is not like the guiding force behind their characterization.
Exactly.
And what an incredible character. I was
Yes,
a little
it's
more
great.
proud,
Yeah.
to be brown on that day.
No, I think that's totally valid. I think you should
he's one
feel
of the-
that way.
He's one of the great psychopaths of,
Exactly. Of all time, like he's in the history books. That's amazing to have.
Yeah.
Not because especially when it's like most of the time it's just like cartel. They're like that's all you get. They're like
Yeah.
Mexican cartel, and then
Right. Cartel. Right. Yeah.
that's not fun.
No.
That's
I mean,
not
yeah.
interesting.
Occasionally it's cool and everything. But
Yeah.
yes, we want opportunity. This is meant to be the land of opportunity, and where better should we be able to express and explore that than in the arts? And again, like I cannot stand here and talk to somebody and be like, you should not feel stressed out about this. You should not feel that this is life and death for you, because it is life and death for some people.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that it's a step in the right direction when we aren't one thing.
Absolutely.
And,
yeah.
Unfortunately, the depiction of Black people in film history has gone through phases of one thing, and you can look at like the 20s through the 40s,
Oh
and you're
yeah.
pretty much going to get one to two
One
things.
thing. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it depends on if that Black character can sing and dance or not.
Dance and that, yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah. But then beyond that, you move into different time periods, and you get the same thing, and so eventually it will all come together, and we'll all be depicted in ways. I think it's getting better. It's taking its sweet time.
Taking them forever, yeah. But I agree, it is getting better, and that's why there's going to be backlash, because people are still, stuck to the way things have always been and what they are comfortable with. And also, but like you said, it's also people just have their own relationships with the trauma of it all.
Yeah.
With the trauma of how we've been depicted. So I understand, like, when you bristle at that, but it's just like the comments of like, of course a Black woman is going to make this about Black men. That to me is like, I just find that horrendous. Like I remember I watched a documentary about the civil rights movement, and it was like through the eyes of Black women, and they were talking about how, like, after a while, like, the Black men, like, stamped them out of it, like, shut them out, like, you got to be quiet, like, you guys can't be trying to lead stuff. And it's like, and that kind of caused divide in the civil rights movement amongst the people because of things like that. And it's just like, you see the harm of it. Like, it doesn't lead us to progress. It's
Right.
like us arguing with each other over things like that, or us feeling like we're fighting against each other.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
Yeah, and I mean, and it that attitude isn't leading, Is God Is to box office success or and look, I mean, we're seeing the great success of the film Obsession, which was made for less than $1 million. And look, that's a great movie. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
But the positive word of mouth that has helped that. And so I don't know. I think Aleshea Harris did a good job of making a fun movie and having a lot to say, but it not feeling. This movie doesn't feel, I think, weighted down by what it wants to say. I think it's just cool. Like, this movie.
That's the thing. Like,
this movie's cool.
See, I think that should sell it. But it's just it's sad that if you put two Black women on a poster, it is gonna make people go, no, yeah. And then you have them being violent against men. That's also gonna make people go, no. But it's like it's so cool. That should go triumph all of that. I feel like, because it's like, don't you guys like cool movies? Don't we like revenge flicks? Don't we like road movies? Like,
I mean, we do. I mean,
all that sound good.
The thing is like, yes, we do. Like, it's revenge is it's there throughout. We love it, and throughout film history, we love revenge movies. And so I think, I hope that people give this a shot, and I will not be surprised if Is God Is gets the same type of reassessment that like Jennifer's Body got, right?
Right.
Where people see a poster with Megan Fox and they think they know what the movie's about. And they assume this, and then the marketing is wonky and
weird. Yep.
Not that the marketing for Is God Is was wonky or anything like that, but I think that this movie will be appreciated for its creative output and beauty. Like, I thought that it was really beautiful. I mean, really quickly, the ending, horrifying and horrible. My God.
Oh my goodness.
That I didn't see coming.
I couldn't believe I didn't see it coming. I knew Racine was gonna have to die because she had a lot of blood on her hands. But the way that it happened, I was just like, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this. Like, I felt like I was her twin, and that would kill me. That would kill me to see that happen to my sister. Yeah. Oh, awful.
And what we're told about Anaya is she got it worse because she tried to put the fire out the most.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And this time around, and I don't even know, like, I don't know how to interpret this. I don't know if this is, I'm not going to label this as like character growth. This is just the story. You know, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't even, like, she just leaves.
She doesn't go. Yeah.
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 So she doesn't do the same thing that she did before.
Right.
And it's man, it's
brutal.
Yeah, it's brutal. Brutal is right.
Yeah.
The violence in the film is quite brutal.
It's brutal. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you know, she goes on and gives birth, and
she has her baby. Yeah.
Yep. And she,
which reminded me of Sinners, kind of like the shot of that.
For sure.
Which was nice.
Sure. And she's like, you know, we'll I'll tell the story, and you know, a few movies I wrote down that this reminded me of, and this is not a knock if you don't like these movies out there, sorry, but like I mentioned, Blues Brothers. To me, this was like the modern Blues Brothers. It's funny, interesting characters. Mission from God. Okay. Boondock Saints. Another movie about siblings. Siblings who are on a mission
like Boondock Saints. No, I like that.
Again,
I like that.
You know, Boondock Saints is a movie that has fallen very far in the cultural estimation. So take with that what you will. As we already mentioned, Kill Bill 1 and 2, and then Thelma and Louise.
Yes.
But I liked, you know, I won't spoil the ending of Thelma and Louise. And by the way, if you have not seen Thelma and Louise, it is the best. It's so good.
So good.
Incredible. Incredible film. But I like that Harris tweaks it. I guess I'll just put it that way.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. That's a good comp.
Yeah.
It also reminds me of Eve's Bayou. Sorry. Like, just in terms of like, that. Oh, Seth, you have to watch Eve's Bayou. That is a great movie. So good. So good. The Southern Gothics, it's not a genre I realize I like so much, but I do. I really do enjoy when we get down deep in the South and things get a little mystical.
Yeah, I'm a Northern guy, you know, New York, my whole life. And so the whole South is a mystery to me. Like, it is truly. I actually just, oh my gosh, someone was talking about a type of tea made from this plant. I guess it's like Jamaican in origin, and they were talking about it, and I was like looking it up. I was like, I've never even heard of it. There's a whole plant
that you don't know about.
Like, I've been cooking my whole life, and there's this herb and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so fascinated. So yeah, there's large parts of Southern culture that I'm just like, I'm sorry, I don't know.
It's cool. I get into it.
Is there anything else that we didn't talk about that you wanted to mention?
I just want to mention the stripper scene, because when they're like, these are our brothers, are we really going to do this? Me and my husband both looked at each other and we started like shrinking in our seats. But then I was also like, it was kind of like the kombucha girl meme where I was like, and I was like, oh, but I was like, wait a minute, but I was like, well, you know, because I was like, that's kind of crazy, but I'm also, they don't really know them like that. But I'm like, but they do know that it's their brothers, and the other guys, the brothers don't know that that's their sisters, so that's kind of messed up on them. But I was like, you know what? It's lit.
They're gonna kill him. I mean, they're gonna kill him essentially. You know.
Yeah, you know, it's a little freaky, but
yeah. I was not familiar with the music in the movie.
Oh yes, the music was good. I'm about to get lit over here. I'm like jumping in my seat because me and my husband were like, dog, what is going on with the music in this? This is like, it's bumping, like it's really good. And I recognize a couple of the songs, and I'm just like Alicia, like I'm just like, Alicia knows her stuff. Like she's tapped in. She like the hip hop that's in that, and like, you know, like there's a Doechii song and stuff like that. It's just really good, really, really on the note. Like not on the notes, but like it's perfect for these girls. Like these girls, they get live, they get real. So this is the kind of music I expect.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's again, like, I loved that part of the movie where,
Yeah.
if we go to, like, again, like Kill Bill, okay, fine. Like, the bride she's like a stoic warrior. She only
Yeah.
puts on charm in order to accomplish her goals.
Right.
But she's not like throwing on music and like dancing
Yeah,
around.
like
So I
they're
just
living
loved,
life. Yeah.
yeah, I loved that idea. And again, it was very Blues Brothers to me. Of like,
Yeah.
getting down on the journey,
Yeah.
and like,
Yeah. I liked how much music was in it. I honestly wish it was more, but I feel like that would have been too far. Like if they would have like really just started rapping, that would have been like
sure, yeah. I mean, it's
racist.
not a musical, yeah.
Yeah. I would have been like, oh, okay. The way the music is used is good.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. My husband, after the movie, because my husband's not black, so he was like, the way they were talking, are you okay with that? He was like, did you think that was like too much? And I did. As I was watching, I was like, this is very heightened. Like it, but the movie is stylized. So I'm like,
Right.
I'm especially with plays. I feel like plays with language and the way people talk, it's always like really theatrical and not so much grounded in like how real people talk. And like the way they talked was like definitely like black girl on 100. Like it's a lot of head tilting and neck stuff and just like girl you
Yeah.
which is a lot, but I felt it fit within the film, and it didn't seem it didn't seem offensive or anything or like fake. It felt like
Right,
she
but
was
they're
just trying
not.
to match the energy.
Yeah, but they're not walking
Yeah.
into Dunkin' Donuts and acting like
Yeah,
that. They're like
exactly. Like
fighting
they're
for their
in.
lives and getting
Yeah.
spit on, and like
Yes.
a lawyer who's been working out because he knows his day is coming is like trying to kill, like,
Yes.
so it's all heightened, and
Right.
But yeah.
But I could see some people being like, we don't talk like that. Like, I can see people having that critique, and I think I will understand it, but I think the movie rises to that tone.
Sure.
Like, I think it makes sense,
Yeah. Hey, if we rose to the tone of this episode and we made sense, we'd love it if you give us a rating and a review wherever you are listening. Hey, look, does your podcast player allow for comments? You could do that. Does it allow for rating individual episodes? You could do that too. If you don't want to do that, you can send us an email, moviefriendspodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you thought about Is God Is. Please, if you are out there and you like this movie, you owe it to yourself and to us. We must create the Is God Is community, okay?
Please. Yes.
Send us an email. Let us know what you thought. You can also support the show, patreon.com/moviefriendspodcast. Look, folks, okay, I'm just going to say it. Summer's coming, okay? And that means you got to start shedding those winter pounds. So, the next time you're like, I'm going to get that $10 McDonald's burger, just don't. Just don't. Okay? Say, I'm going to fast one meal a month. I'm going to take that money, sign up for Movie Friends. And just that one burger once a month, you're going to be ready for summer, okay? This is the Movie Friends Summer Body Challenge. Just starting it now. Probably should have started it months ago.
Yeah.
You'll be ready for next summer, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey, you get access to ad-free episodes, all of our additional series and bonus episodes. You get to join our patron-only Discord, which is a group chat where you get to talk with people like Kazmo and I. And you get to vote on upcoming episodes and monthly themes. Oh my goodness. That's right, folks. Patreon.com/moviefriendspodcast. Cosmo, I've taken up so much more of your time than I intended to. I feel really bad.
No, I love talking about Is God Is. This is what I wanted to do. Yeah.
Where can people find you online?
You guys can find me online on the internet on a website called Twitter. That's what I call it. At Hey Cosmo, and you can come and talk to me about Is God Is. And that's the only thing you can talk to me about.
That's right.
Yes.
And that is HeyKazmo.
Yeah. Wow, you knew that. I didn't know. That's what it is. That's right.
You didn't know how to spell Cosmo?
No. Well, no, I didn't know. I didn't know how I spelled hey, but you're right. That's right. Yeah.
All right. Well, Cosmo, thank you so much for doing this episode. I think it went well.
Yeah.
Again, our apologies to the Italian community, the twin community,
Swing community.
the
And the exotic dancers. Sorry.
the dancer community, the Poindexter community.
No. Why are we apologizing to them?
The Dockers community. But other than that, I think we did pretty good.
Yeah. Nobody was offended.
And hey, thank you very much for listening. Till next time, have a good one.
Movie Friends is produced by Seth Vargas and Michelle Rubenstein. Theme music by Jean Marie Vargas. Visit us at our website, moviefriendspodcast.com, and please subscribe and rate our show wherever you are listening. You can support Movie Friends at patreon.com/moviefriendspodcast. Thanks for listening.